Okay, this tub is also a U tub and it stands for using manipulatives, and this one is called Build On. And in this tub you need to have the Build On cards from my program on Teachers Pay Teacher. I have a picture that's also from Teachers Pay Teacher that just kind of shows the kids an example. A marker and an eraser, and then 2 different colors of Unifix cubes because they are going to represent the different numbers that we are going to add together. Now, at the beginning of kindergarten, many of our kids don't know what adding means. And so I have to explain that add means to put together, to put more. So when we read this card, it says build 3, add 5 more. What is the sum? And I realize they're not going to always know what sum means, but I added in there because I think the more they hear it, the more they'll be able to relate it to addition. And so again, this is another one of my cards that I'm working on QR codes for to put on the back to help those couple of students I have that cannot read at this point. And so they're going to scan it and it'll read it to them. But the rest of the kids who recognize patterns in books understand that there's a pattern every time. You're building something, you're adding more, and that wants to know the total. Now, for those kids who don't understand addition, they are just building their tower and writing their number here. If you have kids who are ready and know addition and understand that when they put these things together, they can make a addition sentence out of it, let them do this. But the majority of my kids are just building their tower and finding the answer. I don't want to introduce the addition sign to them too early because it won't make sense to them. And why should it? They've never done it before. So they're just not ready for it. So for this one, I say build 3. Okay, so we've got 2 different colors of Unifix cubes. So you have to pick a color for the first number and a color for the second number. So I'm going to always use yellow first and then green second. So build 3. So I'm going to get 3 yellow and I'm going to build it into a tower. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Add 5 more. So I said my second number was going to be green. So I need 5 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I show the kids you have 2 towers, but you want to know what they are all together. So I'm going to put them on top of each other and so I can count. And you have to touch and count because if they just look at it and count, I guarantee you they will not get the answer correct. So they have to touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer is 8. And so they will write 8 in the box. And if this is like most of your students, they'll just move on to the next card and do the same thing. I have a couple of students who already know addition and how to do it. So I show them how to make the addition sentence. So if you have a child who's ready for the addition sentence, or for when your class is ready for the addition sentence, we just talk about that our answer is 8. So we know our answer goes on this side of the card. So we can go ahead and put that our answer is 8. And that at first we built 3. So first we made 3. Then we added, which is the plus sign. How many more did we add? We added 5 more. And then when we add them all together, again, what was our answer, or the sum? And they'll start to say that eventually. Once they hear it enough, they'll say the sum. The sum is 8. So 3 plus 5 equals 8. So when I took 3 yellow and 5 green and I put them together, they made 8 after I counted them. And so you'll explain this several times. You'll do several cards with your kids so that they understand one of the numbers is one color, one of the numbers is the other color. And I always say do yellow and then green, just because to remember that in their head, yellow then green.